see it everywhere. Smart warriors of the past figured out a way to make decisions that confident men today often get backwards. This backwards way of thinking is exactly why your authority gets tested instead of automatically respected. You feel a strong pull, a deep and urgent worry that if you don't act now, you will be left behind forever. This is a pattern that all ambitious men recognize. It's the feeling that a train is leaving the station and you have to run to get on, even if you don't know where it's going. This fear of missing out is a weapon used against you. It forces you to react when your nature is to command. In the next 18 minutes, you will learn the patient warrior's method for winning through smart timing, not desperate rushing. You will learn how to turn the modern curse of FOMO into a tool for real control. Smart men understand that rushing into action based on fear is a trap. It drains your money and energy, clouds your thinking, and hands control of your life over to the crowd. You and other men who control their domains face this same challenge. You were not meant to follow. You were meant to lead. And leadership needs a level of control that reacting to trends can never give you. But to make this shift, there's one missing piece that makes everything actually work and gives you real control. Ancient masters of strategy knew this secret. This essential piece separates understanding philosophy from controlling your environment. It's what lets a man watch the storm from a place of strength, acting only when he knows he will win. This piece is what turns simple patience into a weapon. It is the key to true control over your world, and most men miss it completely because they're looking in the wrong place. Ancient wisdom gives you the blueprint for this control. Men like Machiavelli didn't write about dealing with problems. They wrote about how to master them. Modern methods want you to talk about your fear. Ancient masters teach you how to use your patience to win. If you don't learn this method, you will keep being a piece in games you don't even see. You will lose authority, waste energy on things that don't matter, and watch as other men shape the world around you. You must take control. This pattern catches accomplished men every single day. You see a new chance everyone is chasing, and your gut tells you to join the race. This impulse has a modern name, FOMO, or the fear of missing out. But this is not some new problem from social media. It is an old weakness, a danger to your strategy that has brought down powerful men for thousands of years. This 2,000-year-old bias explains why smart men make decisions that hurt their authority. It is the enemy of command. Ancient masters knew that the man who cannot control his need to follow the crowd cannot control anything. Here is how this mental trick works. It controls your choices without you even knowing it. It creates a false feeling of rush. The fear whispers that this is the only chance, that the door is closing forever. This is a lie. Real chances are rare, but the fear of missing a chance is always there. This fear is made by others to get you to act against your own good. When you feel it, you must see that you are being controlled. You are being pushed to make someone else's plan work. Here's where most men give up, right before the real breakthrough to natural command. This bias hurts your authority. A man who commands respect does so because his actions are thought out. He moves when he chooses to move, not when he is pushed by panic. When you jump on a trend, you show the world that you don't trust your own thinking. You show that you need others to approve before you can act. This makes you look like you are reacting, not commanding. You look like a follower, not a leader. To master your domain, your choices must come from your own authority, not from the fears of the crowd. The secret you are about to learn is why ancient thinkers were 2,000 years ahead of modern science in building authority. When you control this bias, everything changes. When you can stand apart from the crazy energy of the masses, you get a superpower. You can see clearly. You can see the situation for what it is. You can figure out why people are pushing the trend. You can see the real risks and rewards without the fog of panic. By refusing to be rushed, you take control of the most important part of any challenge: timing. This is the first step to eliminating obstacles and taking true control of your world. The modern world tells you that FOMO is a mental trick to be managed. This is weak talk. Ancient masters saw it as an enemy to be beaten. The great thinker Niccolo Machiavelli laid out a tough and effective system for controlling outcomes over 500 years ago. He understood that fortune, or luck, helps the man who is ready. The unready man is swept away by the river of chance, but the ready man has built dams and channels to guide the water. He doesn't react to the flood. He commands it. Ancient emperors controlled this mental trap while modern men get controlled by it. This is the heart of ancient wisdom. It is useful, tough, and focused on one thing: control. Think about the authority of Machiavelli. He gave advice to rulers who built nations. Now think about a modern researcher who studies people in a lab. The ancient master's lab was the real world of war, money, and power. His methods were tested in the fire of real conflict, where one bad move meant losing everything. Smart warriors had zero tolerance for the mental trap that hurts modern authority. This is why these old ways are better than modern methods for men who want real-world power. Modern science asks you to understand your feelings. Ancient wisdom demands you command your actions. The Roman general Fabius Maximus mastered this 1,800 years before Harvard won Nobel Prizes for discovering it. He earned the name cunctator, or the delayer, for this very reason. While the enemy general Hannibal was crushing Roman armies, Fabius refused to be pulled into a fight he knew he would lose. He used smart patience. He followed Hannibal's army, made small attacks, cut off their food, and frustrated the great general by refusing to fight a big battle. The panicked leaders in Rome called him a coward. But Fabius knew the secret. Knowing when to stay quiet is the secret weapon smart warriors use to control outcomes. He knew that true control sometimes means you don't fight on the enemy's terms. He controlled the situation without a big fight, wearing down a stronger enemy until the time was right to attack. This is how you build authority and dominate challenges. You can use it too. The fear of missing out is a thief. It steals your control by using your pride and your worry against you. It whispers that other people know something you don't. It shows you the best moments of other people's lives and tempts you to leave your own plan to chase theirs. You see it in work when another company makes a big move, and you feel the pressure to react right away, even without a plan. You see it with money when a stock shoots up, and the urge to buy becomes almost painful. This is how the bias keeps you reacting, always dancing to a song someone else is playing. You are getting closer to the one missing piece that gives you real control. The ancient way to dominate this mental weakness is to build strategic indifference. This is not the same as not caring. Not caring is weakness. Strategic indifference is a controlled state of mind. It is the power to watch the chaos of the crowd with the cool head of a general watching a battle from a hill. You see the panic, the greed, and the fear, but you do not feel it. You study it like information. Why is this happening now? Who gets something from this panic? What will happen next if I join this rush? This clear thinking gives you the space to make smart choices. The man who can think while others are panicking is the man in control. From this state of mind, you can use certain techniques to control your world. The first is to master the art of active waiting. Passive waiting is for victims. Active waiting is for winners. The patient warrior is not doing nothing. He is getting ready. While others are burning their time, money, and focus on a wild chase, you are building up your strength. You are sharpening your skills, studying the field, and setting your own rules for victory. You are building the foundation for the smart system that lets you win in the minds of others before a challenge even starts. The second technique is to set your own reasons for taking action. The crowd moves based on emotion. You must move based on clear signals that you decided on before. Before any situation comes up, a man who commands his world decides his own rules for getting involved. For an investment, this could be a certain price, not a news story. In a talk, this could be a certain offer from the other side, not a feeling of pressure. You do not act because the chance seems hot. You act because your rules have been met. This puts you in command of your own choices. This is the inner switch you need to flip. Most men never find it. But once you do, you stop needing others' permission for anything. This process changes you from a reactor to a commander. Think about it in your own life. How many times has a bad choice come from feeling rushed? How many times have you said yes to something you later wished you hadn't because you were afraid of being left out? What would a Roman emperor say about men today who are still controlled by the feelings of the mob? He would say they are not yet their own master. He would say they have not yet found the inner command center that makes ancient wisdom actually work for modern control. Think about the difference between winning arguments and stopping challenges before they start. The man controlled by fear is always arguing, always explaining his quick moves. The man in command has placed himself so his authority is not questioned at all. His smart patience is the best way to show his power. To command respect, you must first command yourself. Your actions must come from your own will, not from a reaction to your world. By mastering your response to this fear, you are not just stopping bad choices. You are making a powerful statement. You are showing that you are a man whose time and energy are important, and you will not give them up easily. This projects a kind of authority that others feel right away. Your track record proves you can dominate challenges. The ambition that drives you is the same fire that built great things throughout history. This must be understood. The same drive that makes you feel the fear of missing out is the drive that pushes you to succeed. This is your strength. Seeing a weak spot in your strategy is not a weakness. It is the highest form of command. It is the will to see the field clearly. Men who've dominated like you have are ready to add this ancient weapon to their arsenal. But you must understand this key truth. Being confident and being in control are not the same thing. Confidence is a feeling inside you. Control is showing your power over the world around you. You can be the most confident man in the room. But if your choices are made from fear of being left behind, you are not in control. You are a powerful ship without a rudder, pushed around by the waves of what's popular. Real authority comes when your confidence on the inside is matched by your control on the outside. Ancient strategists knew the best control never needs to be defended. This is where the missing piece comes in. This is the piece that gives you total control. When this final piece clicks into place, you will see why it took modern science so long to catch up to what ancient masters knew all along. This is what the patient warrior understands deep down. The missing element is the strategic dominance protocol. The protocol is a simple idea. You control situations by not jumping into every fight. It is the art of letting your competition and the mindless crowd wear themselves out. It works by mastering timing and placement. While others are fighting in the middle of the storm, you are calmly moving to the place where the storm will end. While they use up their energy on crazy action, you save your power for the one key moment that really matters. You let them play the game while you control the final score. This is how the masters won battles, by making their authority so clear that a fight was not needed. The protocol is the system that makes this happen. This idea gives you control over your world. You stop seeing situations as things you must react to. You start seeing them as systems you can guide. You no longer ask, "Should I join this?" You ask, "How can I place myself to win from what will happen?" You are no longer playing a simple game. You are playing a smart one. The full system you're about to see will change how you handle challenges to your authority forever. This is the highest level of authority, moving from a man who has to show his worth through action to a man who commands respect with his smart calm. His power is felt in the moves he doesn't make. You have understood the weakness, seen the wisdom of the old ways, and now you hold the key idea. You are ready to apply the strategic dominance protocol and conquer the fear of missing out in the real world. Your history of controlling outcomes shows you can handle this upgrade to your dominance. This is not a list of steps, but a way of being. It is a discipline for your mind that you can begin using today. The discipline begins with seeing the hype for what it is. The moment you feel that emotional pull of fear, your first action is to do nothing. You must quiet the noise and ask a simple question. Who wins if I act right now? Is it a news site that wants clicks? A company creating hype? A competitor trying to trick you into a bad move? You must see the puppet strings. The moment you see them, they can no longer pull you. From this place of clarity, the next part of the discipline is to define your own victory. The crowd chases goals set for them. You will not. You ignore their noise and define what a win looks like for you. You must be clear, writing it down in simple terms, separate from what everyone else is doing. Is it a certain profit? Learning a new skill? Forcing a competitor to react? These are your terms, your conditions, your victory. With your own victory defined, a final part of the discipline is to wait for the signal, not the noise. The noise is the panic, the hype, the news, and the endless chatter. The signal is when one of your rules for victory is met. You do not move until you see your signal. You will pass on a dozen false chances. You will watch others chase shadows. You will sit with the feeling of waiting. And then, when your signal appears, you will act with a speed and force that will surprise everyone else. To feel this power immediately, embody the principle of controlled timing. The next time a situation demands a quick answer, at work or at home, recognize it as a test of your authority. The simple response, "Let me think on that," is not a sign of hesitation. It is a quiet declaration that you command your own time. It shows that you will not be rushed. A man who controls his own time controls the situation. Others will feel this shift instantly. Mastering your response to fear by using the strategic dominance protocol is a core skill. It is the foundation of controlling your world. But it is just the start. This is one of many ancient control ideas that build on this foundation. Once you can control your own timing, you can start to guide how others see you. You can learn other smart systems, like the method to make others look for your approval automatically, so you never have to ask for it. You are not on this path by yourself. There is a group of men learning to rediscover this lost wisdom and master their world. They understand that modern life can make men weak and reactive. They are men who, like you, have won in their fields and are now ready for the next level of authority. They choose a different path. Controlling these key ideas opens the door to deeper methods of control, methods known only to those with the discipline to use them. This journey does not end. Your dominance only grows. The control you build today does not end with you. When you master a philosophical idea like the strategic dominance protocol, you change others without trying. Your calm in the middle of chaos becomes a source of strength for your team, your family, and your friends. People are pulled to the man who is solid, the man who works on a different clock from the worried masses. You become a rock in a world of sand. You are connecting yourself to a long line of men who commanded respect through wisdom, not just force. This is the legacy of the strategists, the emperors, and the thinkers who saw the world for what it was and shaped it to their will. This is authority that creates space for others while you stay in command. You don't just win the game. You become the man who sets the board. You master your domain.